¿cómo estás? Hold on.
Had to switch devices, sorry. All right. Look, hey, I'm having fun with it, and that, like, I've been sitting here waiting for you to start the stream so I could type a little story in. Okay, by the way, your desktop audio is going because I can hear myself.
All right. As previously promised, it is about 7 p.m. Eastern time right now, and therefore we will be rafting. I can hear myself through Ben's speakers. Anyways, welcome back. I invite you to step into the Aether, kick back, and relax, because we're going to let some chaos reign. One of the more interesting things that seems to have happened recently is Ben has taken up the hobby of writing small stories in the chat between videos. So, just so that people don't miss it or it goes underappreciated, I'm going to take the time to read the most recent one. I'm guessing this is a reference to Hades, but it also references the D&D campaign that we're currently a part of as well. So, the River Guardian sat, waiting for the next batch of souls to ferry across. The coins, he thought, were clever, though now seemingly useless. Coins, his brothers had said. 8 of these special hidden coins, and he would be free of his burdens and able to rejoin his family in the Nyx. Then there was Jurgen, neither dead nor alive, and on the mortal side of the river as well. He often came by, showing and sharing his coins, hoping to find one of the 8, and hoping to trade it for passage of his beloved across the river. A futile task, of course, but the effort gave him hope, and through it, purpose. I like it. I'm guessing that's relevant, like canon. But I'll talk to him about that in a moment. So let me get it unmuted so that we can actually hear him. Boom. Now the desktop audio is unmuted so that we can actually hear Ben's commentary. So is that canon now?
It's absolutely canon.
Okay. All right. Good to know. I'm also going to turn you down a little bit because it looked like your mixer comes up a lot higher than mine. So that might be okay. All righty.
Let me load up some rafts.
Rafty, rafty, raft. I'm going to load the world. Password's the same as always.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
And if you would pay special attention to the follower goal, we actually achieved 1 more follower in the last stream, which is very, very, very exciting.
I'm not sure my audio is coming through, by the way.
No?
Let me check.
I mean, it shows that it's coming through on Discord thing.
I'm the very model of a modern major general. Oh, nope, it is coming through. I just have myself really quiet. Got it.
Gotcha. Is it balanced all right? Oh my gosh, for a second I was so confused because this is the screen I was looking at. Stream snipe for a second here. I'm going to switch it over to game time. This is how it opened up, and I was really confused because I thought that it was... I thought that the game had an error with a loading screen.
Nope, it didn't error. That's just your world.
Here's the secret to all of you tuning in for the first time. There is nothing wrong with the game itself, Raft. It is just the vantage point that I happen to be viewing Raft from. And that vantage point, as I will show you now, is just very, very, very high up. I think off in the distance I might see the outline of an island, and then I definitely see a raft off of the, I don't know, over their bow. And yeah, here we are on the top of the world of Fort Kikas. Let me see if I can extend this at all. Ooh, I do have some materials here. Because clearly we don't have a high enough vantage point to really get an appreciation for the world around us. Okay, I'm low on wood there. We're passing an island. Do we want to turn towards that island?
Hold on. I fell off the raft. Give me a second.
I mean, you sure you're only going to need 1 second?
Yeah, it takes more than a second to fall to the bottom, to be fair.
That's fair.
Let me see where this island is.
If you guys are just joining us for the first time, this raft has a goal. We seek to make the tallest conceivable raft in the entire history of Raft. I don't know if this has been done before, but you know what? We're going to be sure to claim it as us being the first. Because this little lovely restaurant that Ben has built down below me, that seems rather far below, I'm going to go and jump to now, is actually 31 stories up. So there is another, maybe, there's another 31 stories below it, and I don't know how many stories up after that. The other goal is to make the base of this raft as small as possible. See, floor 31, maybe. For now, though, we are woefully low on supplies. We shall seek to extend Wonderwall, I believe, in another direction, so that way we can make better use of our catch nets. You can see that the stream of continuous debris pollution floating through the ocean. I can almost hook some of it from here.
Debris.
I like how I have an infinitely long rope when needed.
Yeah,
oh, there's Gertrude. Looks so small from up here. Just a little goldfish. Ha. I'm gonna need some water. So let me sip on this real quick, and we'll head to the bottom in the relatively safest way possible. They're relatively because hey, look, an island that we are dwarfing in size, might I add. Oh wow, there's like an extensive underwater portion of the island over on the opposite side, kind of off to the left there. That's pretty cool. And what appears to be some treasure to plunder. In which case, I will make a very skillful dive off of this raft. So, probably going to be a triple somersault backflip, which a high degree of difficulty. We're going to see if I can decrease my splash by going just a couple levels down. And there appears to be a poison pufferfish in the water. Watch out! Oh, that's just Ben.
While whistling the Star-Spangled Banner, no less.
While whistling the Star-Spangled Banner. But yes, we are officially up to 13 followers now. And I don't actually know who the 13th follower was. It wasn't something like, oh, I had someone else, one of my coworkers, something that got onto Twitch and something. Nope, I don't know who they are. They waved and stuck around for a little bit of the Neopets speed run. And yeah, after that, they were on their merry way. So they're somewhere off in the aether probably now. Floating around. Fill that up with seawater.
Oh yeah, I should make sure I don't, dehydrate to death. That's generally frowned upon.
Dehydration for the nation. Place the cup of seawater. Take more to drink of water. Water, 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 water. Do. There. Let's fill that with some more. Load up. Because we did test it. For anybody joining us for the first time, we did test it. If you start noticing that you are dying of starvation while you're on the bottom level of this raft, it is a statistical probability that you will actually pass out before getting up to where the food is stored at the restaurant on the 31st-ish floor. The 31st floor. 31st, if I remember correctly. In which case, I am a little bit hungry. Do I have any food on me? Well, let's make that into some nails first. Oh wait, no, I needed scrap for something. I was saving scrap because we were actually going to railroad some plot down our throats apparently today.
I'm working on it as best as I can.
I do have 11 scrap currently.
Ooh.
So as much good as that does us. And
I'm currently killing Gertrude.
in the process of building the world's tallest raft, we are also going to contact the Guinness Book of World Records. They have the potential to work with us and add us to it before we burn the whole thing down. But that is to be determined.
Come on, Gertrude, get back here.
If anybody knows how to contact or who to contact at the Guinness Book of World Records in order to get them working on this published article, let me know, and we will actually contact them. I'm not actually kidding. It's up to them whether or not they want to agree to it, but we'll contact them because I'm pretty sure video game world records are still world records.
That's hilarious, and I am all for this.
This is not the way.
Gertrude is dead, by the way.
Gertrude is dead. I am. You could have waited just a teensy bit so I could grab some food, but you know that's fine.
I was just trying to do my thing, and she was trying to make sure I couldn't do my thing. So you know, sacrifices had to be made.
Like Gertrude's face. All right. In which case,
like Gertrude's face.
Can I dive off this way? I can. Whee! Okay. We're good. I am fueled up and ready to go. What am I looking for? I'm looking for scrap. Scrappity scrap.
Right. You go away.
Oh.
Yeah, I had not planned on killing Gertrude. I was trying the trick of just being on the other side of the island and seeing if I could sort of just get away with it, and she came and ate my face.
Ah, so she instigated it.
Yep, she started it.
Kind of like the issue I've been having with Meg and her sisters in Hades. I swear, they keep talking about how I'm this horrible person, but they're the one who tries to kill me, so I'm just defending myself. They die in the process. Whoops, they're bad. It's raining in the ocean. Chaos reigns. One of the really interesting things that I got to experience firsthand. If you're scuba diving and you surface and it's raining, it's an incredibly strange feeling because you've acclimated to literally being completely submerged underwater for, you know, maybe an hour at a time, you know, 60 feet down. So not that far, but to then surface and to then it be raining is just, it's a weird mental juxtaposition where you don't anticipate it feeling strange, but the fact that you poke your head out of the water and then you're getting wet is odd. So there's that fun fact that you all know and can't unlearn.
Yep, there's that thing I know that I can't undo.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
All right, there, Maui.
We do take song requests, but you have to give a $1 donation to get them sung.
Ah, okay.
So it's like a karaoke machine. I don't want to die of oxygen deprivation. Whew.
That
like
is
my
a
oxygen.
rough thing to be dying of.
Yes. I think that went down rather quickly. And that really got out of hand. Let's name the zones, the zones, the zones. Let's name the zones of the open sea. Paleozoic, Mesozoic, something is the rest of them are too deep for you and me to see.
That's fantastic.
I need to watch that movie again. It's been a while.
Right?
Mr. Ray.
Like right now, the thing that's been pushing on me is I need to rewatch Loader. But again, that's an 11-hour commitment.
Oh my goodness. All about the loaders from Borderlands. They made an 11-hour documentary.
No.
No. I mean,
nope. Not how that works.
Oh, I don't know. I'm assuming. Ooh, seaweed. Am I supposed to be picking seaweed? Because now I am.
It's worth having to a certain degree. I'm holding 18 on my person right now. It's something that we'll need, but sort of
So basically, we actually need it a lot, and you're just neglecting to establish its importance in my mind.
There are some things where you need it just staggeringly, like bows require it and things like that, but you eventually get to a point where you just get too much of it.
Fair enough. Well, if we're going to be wrapping presents, we're going to need lots of bows. So,
True statement.
especially if we need a good sound system, we'd also bows.
Nah.
Yeah. Not a lot of scrap for as big as this reef is. I mean, it's good. It's not
Right?
polluted.
I've only gotten like 8, or about 10. I used a couple.
Have you been? Oh, you have not been to the island yet. I'm going to go and exploit the resources on the island.
To the island already.
I'm going to exploit the resources.
I chopped down the trees on it, but I didn't get anything else.
I see trees on the island, so I'm declaring your statement false.
Okay, fair enough. I chopped down a few trees on the
island. Let me up. My tiny legs. There we go. Yellow flower. Is that like yellow snow? Been told to stay away from that.
I wouldn't eat it regardless.
Fair enough.
Painting something that like feels all or nothing about this game. I've done a little bit of painting, and like it's cool and it really helps the restaurant on my other raft. But it definitely feels like a late game thing just because of resources and time.
I mean, clearly all resources, as much as possible, should be devoted to the establishment and construction of the world record raft.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It is a thing of beauty, although at some point, so the funny thing is from this angle, the restaurant's actually almost occluding the top of the raft. You have to like go to a different part of the island to really see how high up it goes. Did you go?
Fantabulastic.
Did you get the container, the loot chest on the island?
Yes, I believe I did. I think I ended up leaving like a piece of plastic or something because my inventory got full.
Okay. Then there's an excessive amount of trees on this island, and somebody recently told me that they went and chopped down the trees already.
I chopped down 3 trees, and they were all mango trees. What do you want out of me?
I don't know. The truth, honesty, you know.
Well, you came to the wrong tree.
Fair enough. How do we get up there? What am I missing? This way? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Parkour. Parkour.
Right. Circuit board. What do you need? Copper.
Nope.
And plastic.
This way. Parkour. Parkour. Oh, parkour. Pineapple. Ooh, I think...
Pineapple becomes tree.
I think I am now at the top of the island. Or would appear to be the top, at least. In which case, now I can really gain an appreciation for the excessively large height that has now been defined as our raft. Exceptionally large building that is now defined as red. Here we go. Look at that beauty. Love it. The fact that the seagulls actually are basically orbiting the top of it just, you know, stands as a testament to its magnitude. Okay.
Yep.
There is a little bit over here. And I jumped and I made it. That was a pro gamer move right there, in case anybody's watching.
Nobody's watching.
I'm watching. That's enough for me.
Up there is where the crate was.
Yeah. I see a barrel over there. And if there's a crate, you know there's got to be a barrel. Otherwise, the store wouldn't be in business.
Look, if there was a pottery barn, I'd go there because I bought a blanket for the missus, and we need like 4 more of them.
Fair enough.
I've never seen a blanket so amazing in my life.
What makes this blanket so amazing? You're just going to leave us in the dark over here? Our viewers are
so it's
avidly
a thing,
waiting.
Right? Like, I've never been one for like, why am I paying $60 for a blanket, but this is a $60 blanket that's bloody worth it because you put it on and it is instant warmth.
Oh, like, it's an electric blanket.
No, it's not. That's the thing about it. It is just instant warmth and comfort. And I cannot explain or understand why fully other than you put it on and you're warm and you don't even get too hot with it. It's disgusting.
So it's witchcraft is what you're telling me.
I mean, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, it's witchcraft.
Where did you procure such a?
Literally Pottery Barn. That's why it came up.
Literally Pottery Barn. Oh, was it Pottery Barn Kids? Because we got a Pottery Barn blanket for Christmas. That's a Disney blanket. Pretty sweet.
No, it was not a Pottery Barn Kids.
It was from Pottery Barn Kids, which I think is silly. You know, Disney's for kids of all ages. Which, by the way, we are officially booked for DVC for December.
Ooh. We are not. We are also finally in the stages where we're considering planning vacation and starting to put the info together because it's been long enough on the COVID scale.
Yeah. Well, and by then, we're really hoping that the vast majority of the United States that is willing to be vaccinated is vaccinated, because we've gotten so many this far, and it's just January.
Right.
So, fingers crossed. But either way, my spouse and I will be, because we're both frontline healthcare workers. So there is that.
There is that. Why I get counted in that is a whole different can of worms, but I'll take it.
Hey, the computer systems don't run themselves, you know, and if the computer systems for the healthcare system don't run, then there's really difficult to have decent healthcare.
Yeah, I mean, there is that too.
First shot is Tuesday. Awesome. Glad to hear, Kidoja.
Yay!
Is it going to be tequila, bourbon, rum? What you thinking?
You know, whatever it needs to be.
Vodka?
Oh, you know what? I feel bad. I don't have the stream up, so I can't see chat.
Oh, you should feel bad. I need to get those viewers up. I need to average 3 viewers a stream.
Yup.
So I've got 3 devices of my own, each side. Jane was watching earlier, but I don't know if Twitch counts puppies.
You know, they should, and I would be disappointed if they don't. All right.
But she was legitimately sitting there and watching as I was Neopets speedrunning.
Look, I saw the beginning of that stream, and it was a Neopets genuinely speed run, and then immediately switched to Hades. What was it, like 10 minutes of Neopets and then Hades?
It was 15 minutes. It was 15 minutes because I wanted to prove a point that if you wanted to get back into Neopets, it is possible to only put in 15 minutes a day and accrue a large amount of wealth without really trying that hard. And then you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, especially if you've got that trick you were doing with the monies.
The stock market or the food club?
No, the thing where you can sort of bet money.
Oh, that's a food club.
Okay, yeah, and because it's based on tenure, which makes it super duper doable.
Yep.
Especially if you're coming back where you have an account. I mean,
exactly.
I had an account, but I was like 10 when I made it, and I don't even know the username anymore.
Gotcha. Well, if you have any guesses at the username, then the company that runs it has been unlocking accounts that are very, very old if you can provide enough information about it, but you'd have to be able to provide enough information about it.
That is, in fact, a thing.
That is, in fact, a difficult thing to... Oh, the anchor's already up. Okay.
Yep.
So do we need to extend this net a little bit farther? Is that what we need to do? That way we can...
I definitely want to extend both net and everything else just a little bit further.
I'm so good that I can hit this board right in front of me. Just kidding. See, it takes a mediocre amount of skill to hit the boards, but it takes an expert level of skill to miss them every single time, even when they're right in front of you. You know, it's just like the movie Uncle Buck. If the point of the game was to roll the bowling ball all the way to the pins without knocking any down, that little girl would have been world champion. Oh, and touch the pins without knocking any down. That was the other thing that she did. It wasn't like it was a gutter ball.
So that writing story piece.
Yes.
that I did. I did it last stream, and you didn't notice, but you noticed when I mentioned it when we were playing D&D, which was hilarious. And I'm genuinely just enjoying writing the little pieces. Plus, it's a nice way to do some plot dump for the game without, shoveling it down your faces, and it lets me practice some writing. So, I mean, it's all good for me.
Oh, fair enough. And I really enjoy reading it. One of the things I do like reading is the descriptions and everything in Hades, and kind of going through the actual detailed descriptions and backstory for things. Just kind of fun, It also lets me practice my streamer voice, mostly because I'm just not used to speaking like this normally. It's not hard, but I've just got to get used to it.
Yeah, the hard part is, speaking like an adult.
Right. Oh, you work in a doctor's office too, Kidoja? I like Moscato, but the vaccine might help more. That's true. And I think people don't usually take shots of Moscato anyways. You can't really appreciate it quite the same. How do you not fall off doing that, leaping back ramp down the tower? Oh, so it's honestly just because I move as little as possible between the ramps. Gertrude, hey, bad. Hang on, I'll show you in a second. Bad, leave it alone. No, get that out of your mouth. No. Ugh.
Gertrude is not Jane.
I know. If she was, she'd listen.
Don't get your hopes up.
I know. Big difference between little fluffy shark and actual shark in the water.
So I want 10 scrap. I need 4.
I've got 16.
Ooh, okay.
Do I not have enough? Get rid of these. That goes over there. Oh, you want your scrap?
Oh, please.
There you go.
Because what I'm gonna do now.
I needed those boards though.
Oh, here. Yeah.
Thank you.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm just about finished with making all of the things for the force plot down your throat thing. And once I make the last one of those, I will hand you all of them and tell you to go figure out plot.
Sounds good. So hand holding without being bashed in the face.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Gertrude often
lets you make the discovery still.
Fair enough. Gertrude often tries to eat the raft. Unless you're talking about Jane, my puppy. Jane doesn't tend to eat the raft. She just actually listens some of the time. I'd say like 40% of the time when we tell her to drop it or something, she'll actually do it. But we're getting there. That's 40% more success than, yesterday. So
40% of the time, it works every time.
Exactly. But no, Gertrude never listens and finds a lot of joy in dissecting the lower areas of the raft, despite our intense, yeah, despite our obligation or our words. I'm waking up from a nap that I took. Despite our best intentions. And attempts to stop her.
Your new recent super large purchase, we're allowed to talk about certain degrees here, right?
Oh yes. I mean, okay. It's not that much of a purchase yet because we're still fighting with the lender and underwriters and all that stuff. Watch, I'm totally gonna get this barrel from this distance. Oh, beautiful. Like I said, I can't hit the board right in front of my face, but I could pick up a barrel from 31 stories. Continue, sorry.
So, you were going to have me do a task in that new place, i.e. wire up a fair amount. Hold on. Stab the seagull. Yay, I killed the seagull.
I'm proud of you.
You were going to have me do some wiring for Ethernet in that house. I just did some of that in my house. Holy cow, that's a nightmare. By the way, hold on. Is it here? Where is it? I lost it. Okay. In this chest are 3 items. Pick them up. And then somewhere in the Wall of Wonder is like a monitor-looking thing. It'll be called a receiver.
Okay.
Those 4 items will let you advance the plot.
All right. Well, since I have come up this far, I'm going to expend as many resources as I possibly can to extend the height of this raft even farther before I continue with railroad plot. Because I do love trains, but the raft comes first. Because we're going all the way to the moon, baby. All right, where Boom. Chaz Michael Michaels is figure skating.
So the other thing that I'm going to be working on now that I've done the aggressive plot expansion piece, the thing that I'm going to be working on is getting the Wall of Wonder extended, both from a storage standpoint and from a collection standpoint. Because really, once you get to a certain size, collection almost becomes a non-issue. I mean, when you're building the raft up tall like this, it's always stays an issue. But if we stop to, look at a plot island or pay attention to another thing for any short period of time, that's when you'll come back and realize, oh, we have a bazillion things.
Fair enough. See, I think I'm getting into the atmosphere where like when you get into space and there's blackness all around because it's getting darker as I go up. Totally not sunset, right? The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Star Trek Enterprise. All right, out of nails. Do I have anything to make nails with? I do not. Therefore, I will go.
I have some nails on me. Hold on. I'm coming. I can help.
Alrighty. Howdy ho! Yes, Gertrude does often try to eat the bottom of the raft. I don't know what she sees in it. I mean, if I was a shark, if I was like a 500-pound eating machine that evolution had bred me to solely kill and eat other things for the most part, I really wouldn't be that interested in eating wood and plastic. But
boop.
Ben, I hate you so much right now.
They're right here.
Ben.
They're on my screen.
Ben. I literally just...
them again. I will set them down again. Are they there?
They are there.
Okay.
There's 2 nails. How many were there supposed to be?
2 nails and 4 scrap.
Okay, so the 4 scrap literally just went off the side of the boat.
Try it again.
Ben.
Catch it.
I am surrounded by imbeciles.
Look, I swear it's right there. You find
Yep. See, you say that, but everybody on my stream watching, anybody at any time that watches this in the future will specifically know that you threw them off the top of the raft.
Which, you know what? I kind of feel bad that I didn't do it intentionally now.
Chaos reigns. All right, back to the plot points, I guess, since Ben is hell-bent at throwing our resources from the top of the raft in order to force me to railroad plot towards all the viewers.
It's only a little bit of railroading.
I hope you guys like trains.
Choo-choo.
I'm going to eat these beets first, though. Nom, 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 nom. Do. All right. Let's... What can I put in there? Yeah, I'll eat the potato, too. Just to make some storage space. Nom, 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 raw potatoes.
Taters gonna take.
Okay. 3 antenna, I'm guessing, are the things. Now I'm just pointing. Yep. Here's where I can put them. Okay.
So 3 antenna, and then there's a receiver in Wonderwall.
Fair enough. Let's eat some coconuts. If you guys are just joining the stream right now, thank you for coming by. If you want to, please feel free to leave a follow. We got that follower bar that we're trying to fill up at the bottom. Well, not the bottom, right below my video. We get to 50, we get to become a Twitch affiliate. Other than that, if you're not familiar with the game Raft, we are obviously doing the plot exactly as it's meant to be, which is building the world's tallest raft. And people think I'm kidding, but I will do my best to actually contact Guinness Book of World Records and see if they will admit us once we get to a sufficient height. Because I don't know if anybody else has ever tried this or succeeded to the level of which we have already, let alone the level of which we're going to succeed at, because I am relentless in the pursuit of this goal.
By the way, I don't know if this will ruin your day or make your day, but I hear that Disney is trying to do a live action of Lilo and Stitch.
A live action Raft? What?
Of Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, Lilo and Stitch. I don't know. So I will allow it. I'll let them try. You know, it's not necessarily gonna be a bad thing. Lion King wasn't great. Neither was Aladdin, to be fair. But or Mulan. Oh wait, I see where this is going. I'm trying to think of a Disney live action that turned out well. Hang on, give me a moment. Beauty and the Beast. That one did turn out well, despite your opinion of it, Ben, which I know is wrong.
Garbage.
Which I know your opinion is wrong, and that's okay. I enjoyed the live action Beauty and the Beast. Because here's the kicker. You were if correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the reasons that you had an issue with the live action Beauty and the Beast is because Emma Watson did not have a French accent. Correct?
Correct. She could not stop being British for 3 seconds.
Correct. She could not stop being British for 3 seconds. What are you saying, Mrs. Plasm? That's my exact point. My exact point is the original, the cartoon animated version, does not have a French accent either. So I'm not so sure why you're so upset about it, rather than the fact that you're trying to find a reason not to like it. I think you're a closet Beauty and the Beast fan.
No. I'm a public Beauty and the Beast fan. It's a fantastic movie, and I am also a die-hard believer that Gaston does not die from the fall. He has a heart attack on the way down from 6 dozen eggs every day.
Fair enough, but at the same time, what my point is you're trying to come up with a reason not to like the new adaptation of it, when in reality, you secretly kind of like it. It's like It's like when SpongeBob first introduced the Krabby Patty to Squidward. He fought it and fought it and fought it. But then eventually, we all know what happened. And you know what? Eventually, there's going to be a time and day where I get to do this. Like the live action Beauty. Don't you?
That day will come.
Yes. Because I absolutely adore it. It's great. The new songs are great. LeFou was fantastic.
Well,
Dan Stevens did an amazing job as the Beast.
That's the one thing that I had the most problem with it, honestly, was just I've got the original version of not even Be Our Guest, not even any other song other than No One, Fights Like Gaston, or whatever Gaston's little theme is there, and the timing of the lyrics are off. Everything else is spot on, but the pauses are enough that it makes it hard for me to sing along with it because I'm used to otherwise. And that song is my favorite by far.
So let me ask you this. You are a concert goer before COVID, correct?
Yep.
When you would go to your concerts, would you expect the music to sound exactly the same as what you heard on the CD, or is a little bit of artistic interpretation acceptable?
Okay, you know what? I will give you that as a fair point because the way the Proto Men do their songs live are genuinely different, and it's an experience I go to just because of those differences.
There you go. So while I completely understand and appreciate it, because in some respects I am very much the same way, where if I go, and I kind of have to get past this feeling when I go to a concert, unless it's an orchestral concert, in which case it should be pretty darn close to the real thing, because that's how the composer intended it. But when it's like a band or something like that, I have to kind of get past that initial feeling of like, oh, this should sound exactly like this, blah, blah, blah. Nope, because that's not how it works. If I was a band member and I had to sing or perform a piece the exact same way every single time, I would go mad. So like as an artist, it should be perfectly acceptable to do a little change. And then because they're revamping everything and they wanted to add their own little twist to it, that's why I found it acceptable that they made small changes to the songs and the pauses. But that's my opinion. Can I get past this? Okay. Okay, I can.
By the way, we're at an island.
Hooray! I'm working on putting these antenna thingies up.
Wonderwall makes a nice bridge to it.
Oh, you see, that's another thing. We need to find a way to extend a bridge to the stars above. Announce the evils of truth and love.
Because, like, I've done some research, and by research I mean in the private playthrough with Mrs. Ben, we've built an obnoxiously large raft. And because of that obnoxiously large raft, we've been able to get far enough up and far enough away from the raft that I've been able to observe the spawn mechanics for trash.
Nah.
Okay, it's disgusting, and I love it. But because of that information, I know that there's a certain point where the Wonderwall will just stop being effective. So we're going to make the 2 arms of Wonderwall be, enough length to be effective and then stop when it would be wasteful. But then continue it, not necessarily as Wonderwall, but just as an arm, because it would be fun to be able to, dock with something 37 miles away.
True. Timmy! I found Timmy. He is not too far above the 31st floor.
Did I really write 31st on that?
If you didn't, then I'm ashamed of you.
Fair enough. If it isn't, it will be changed.
It says floor 31, maybe. Nope, needs to be changed.
Fair enough.
I expected better. This receiver is exceptionally large. It makes it inconvenient to place at a good point on the raft. Hmm. Do 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 do. Maybe we should have called the shark dirge.
Dirge.
Just because it's the last thing you hear before you get put in the ground. I can almost put it on this one. I can almost put this receiver on this one platform. But I feel like it would make the ramp impassable. Unless oh, can I do it? Can I exploit the physics? I did it.
Yes,
oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Awesome. Now, do you want me to let you learn something, or do you want me to save you a little bit of hassle?
Does it mean I don't explode? Or do I get to explode?
Nothing to do with exploding. Just there's some rules to the placement of the antenna, and do you want it will teach you them as you do it, or I can teach you ahead of time so you don't have to fight with it. Which
well, the antennae, the proper plural form of antenna, are placed all above the receiver.
Okay. Well, if it's already placed, then just shove a battery in it and see if it works. Because if there's a problem with the antenna placement, it will tell you exactly what the problem is.
Well, that would assume that I have one of these. What did you call them? Batteries?
Yep,
I need to go get food before I die of starvation. 31st floor, here I come.
I've reasonably picked clean this island. There's very little in the way of scrap in the reef, so I'm just gonna have us take off so we're collecting again.
That's fair. I didn't even realize we're at an island. I mean, I know you mentioned it, but I didn't actually lay eyes on it, I think, at all during this, because I was...
You're doing plot. I didn't want to, derail you.
Ha. All right, Thomas, the tank engine. Which, by the way, not the bad show. 30th floor, men's shoes. 31st floor, dining.
If you're on the 31st floor, there are some holes.
Oh my god. I don't have the strength to make the jump.
Let me see if I can't rain down some food on you.
I literally don't have the strength to make the jump over the utility hole. And I just fell through and all the way down to the bottom of the raft, breaking half of my ankles at the same time.
Trying to save you.
That's all right. There's a hammock nearby. Everything will be fine. Whoa, I thought that was food raining down from the heavens, but no, it's just darn dirty birds circling the top of the raft. Maybe if I just sit here and hope food will fall from the sky.
I'm trying. Okay, so let's grab some boats.
At least drink some water. You can survive longer without food than without water. So if I'm hydrated, the theory is that I should be able to last a little bit longer here before completely passing out and needing to be resuscitated.
Whee!
What part is it falling on? Oh.
Ow.
Ooh, Mrs. Plasm has just informed me that she has 3 giant pumpkins. She's playing some Stardew Valley on the Switch.
Ah, yes.
Tasty. Alrighty. I appreciate your assistance with that, Ben. I do forgive you for not putting 31st on the sign. You're still considered a valuable member of this raft crew.
For now.
For now. Once we find a jury to deliberate about it, then maybe that'll be different. But for now...
All right, what was I doing?
Because I can't say the jury's out if we don't have a jury in the first place.
True.
All right. Give me them planks. Plankety plank. Although I need scrap for more nails.
Yeah.
See, what we really need to do is we need to build... Oh, there's a raft over there. We need to plunder it.
Well,
Unleash.
sail at it and
unleash the
murder away.
plunder. The plunder squall, which rhymes with Wonderwall, if anybody was wondering what the title was for. What'd you say? Yes, it was really hard not to name our puppy the Kraken, because then when we let it out, it could be like, release the Kraken! Bring me that horizon. Boop. Harvested without even stepping on it.
All right, so I have just handed the phone to the child.
We appear to be syncing.
We have another viewer now.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I mean,
she
have
finished her laundry in time, so she's allowed to watch.
What? Why are we twitching? Because
we're running into the raft. Anyone that you didn't even have the audacity to sink.
Well, no, because, I mean, what did the raft do to me? I plundered it. I got the resources I needed from it. Why condemn it to the bottom of the ocean if I got what I needed from it?
Fell through another utility hole.
So utilitarian of you.
As you do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, so batteries.
Yes.
Is that a thing I can make? Let me look.
Look in your inventory and you'll see how to craft them.
Oh, I need a copper ignat and some scrapola. I need a scrap and I need some copper. Let's check out Wonderwall. I wonder if we have any of these things. We have clay. Kind of looks copperish. Like this one. Another shark head.
Yeah, there's copper in the wall.
Not in that one though. There's more feathers. There's... We have 3 shark heads. Just for fun.
I've been killing them, I swear.
I believe it. But I do need a scrap. You need to be a little bit scrappy-dappy dude. Did you realize that there's a cup in Wonderwall?
Yes. I'm not sure why or how.
Fair enough. At least you're honest.
By the way, I love that the wires for... I'm starving to death. I love that the wires for the antennas are just passing through the floors.
Right? I mean, that's what we do. Oh, we were speaking about that before. We got distracted by death and the inevitability of starvation.
Yep.
You were talking about how it's really hard.
Oh, yeah, there's some logistics to it. You'll figure it out.
No. With wiring for Ethernet.
Oh, yes. It really is just a matter of where the holes in your, like, attic and stuff are, and whether or not the wall that we need to run stuff through has insulation in it. Oh, my goodness.
Achievement unlocked. Intermediate bird hunter. I haven't been hunting any birds, so I must be reaping the achievements of you.
Yep, you get the rewards for my effort.
Whoa. I didn't know this was a communist game.
So that soup that you ate, you'll notice it gave you some green hunger bar.
Yes.
That's super hunger bar. It takes longer to go away.
Ooh.
And that's one of the reasons that I want to get to the large islands, is because most of the recipes that give you super hunger bars like that all require crap from the large islands.
Das Vidania, comrade.
Yep.
So I know that there have been a lot of, like, and not to get, like, political or anything, but I know there have been a lot of, like, tensions between Russia and the United States and everything. And the one thing that bums me out a little bit is the fact that when I was in high school, No, I didn't want to weigh anchor. Stop it. Stop it. I was just trying to grab the planks. Ugh.
Weigh anchor? Well, it is heavy.
I know. So when I was in high school, I got to perform the Russian national anthem, one of the pieces. And it actually is a very pretty piece of music as far as its composition and the melodies and all this stuff. So that was really enjoyable. The hard part is the fact that there's such political tensions between the countries and everything that it's not something that's widely appreciated. So, you know, you can't go around humming it without people giving you a weird side eye. Basically, is where I'm going. A piece of music, again, great. Political side of things, I'm staying out of. That's not what the stream is here to do. So I will acknowledge the creativity and the beauty that is the music that it's made of, but not anything to do with the country itself or anything like that. I'm not besmirching anybody who is Russian who may be watching. That's totally fine with me. I'm just not here to discuss any of the controversies or lack thereof in some opinions. I don't know. For people. Fair? We're moving on. Battery. Battery. I thought I built one. Oh, I need a scrap still. Gosh darn it.
If I had a scrap, if I had $1,000, I wouldn't be doing the
If I had you, that would be the only thing I'd ever need.
That's what I want to do. I want to start fishing again.
For compliments, you have a very nice mustache. There you go.
Ah, thank you. All right, come on.
I think that was Adam Levine that sings that song. It's been a while since I've heard it.
Avril Lavigne, you say?
No, Adam Levine. Although Avril Lavigne, that was some hardcore late 90s, early 2000s grunge. That wasn't grunge. That was more emo music? I don't know. What is Avril Lavigne classified as? Punk?
But maybe alt rock? I don't know.
Alternative rock? Maybe. But I remember,
I just remember Skater Boys, that's all.
Yeah. Well, but she was, I think people classified her style as emo. Because she had the super dark eyeliner and but not goth, so it wasn't all black.
By the way, I've lost the ability to read the stream chat because my daughter ran off with my phone to watch.
Oh, fair enough.
So if there's a mention at me, I have no idea.
There has not been any additions to the stream chat, so
that's right.
That's fair. But so the fun thing is I have alerts on and everything because I went through all the trouble to figure out how to put them on, and I attach them to the channel so that I get alerted anytime there's a follower or donation or whatever. And I'm just so not used to hearing the sound that when today the follower thing came up, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what it feels like to actually get a follower.
I'm famous.
The 13 people, 12 of which may know me personally.
I mean, as you do. And, 5 of which are your alternate accounts, but we're not going to talk about that.
Don't give away the secrets. Don't give away the secrets.
Right. Ah.
Although if we get that lovely bot spam again, then they'll offer to allow us to buy followers, for them to show up if we just follow the service.
I mean, isn't that how it works? I thought that's
not
how all of this
so.
works.
Kudo's just saying not all goth is black. Some goth styles involve purple and other colors. I did research and got on goth once for a story. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, it's honestly, and I'm not trying. I hope I'm not offending anybody out there. I honestly just don't know. That's a realm of things that I have a general knowledge of, but not an in-depth knowledge. So, if you want to educate me, I am all ears. Because I know there is a difference between goth, punk, emo, grunge. I think other things like that.
See, are you listing styles or music?
I don't even know anymore. There's just so many things. It's 2021, Ben. People can be anything they want to be. They can be you can have people wearing rainbow unicorn kigurumis in the street just walking through the store. As long as they're wearing a mask, it's fine. And I think they should more power to them. But at the same time, I don't really know what they not quantify, but qualify themselves as. You know, everybody's different. Everybody's an individual. And that's one of the beautiful things about 2021 is you can be an individual. So I'm more stating the fact that I just don't know.
My favorite one of those will always be from Fifth Element. Are you a human? No, I am a meat popsicle.
Very, very true.
You beat me to it.
Aha, and I am like 17 floors above you, but I rained down some boxes that you can enjoy some of the spoils.
But, yes, the plastic, thank you.
I finally have 3 scrap. Okay, all right. I can make that battery. The battery is limited. The battery.
Do you remember reading or hearing about how flashlights worked originally? The reason they're called flashlights because you'd flick them on and then turn them off right away to save battery power.
Yes. How do I?
Or is that
There's battery required. I'm holding a battery, but it's not giving me the option to.
So there's a slot for it.
Place battery. There we go. All the way on the side.
So that battery doesn't last super long. So you want to turn it on, see what you're looking at, and then turn it back off.
Okay.
Right. So, I mean, we'll eventually get to late enough in the game where we have battery chargers and all sorts of cool stuff like that. But right now, batteries are expensive, and you don't want to build too many.
All right. So all 3 antennas are the wrong altitude and too far from the receiver.
Okay. So lesson 1 is it wants them all on vaguely the same height as the receiver, which is dumb. It can't be on the ground floor. It has to be at least 2 floors up. Not that that's going to be a problem here. But it does definitely want them to be on a similar floor to each other. It can be up or down by a couple of levels, but not by too much.
So the 15 level difference that I have here is inappropriate. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, it's one of the things that I'm genuinely upset about with the game, that they are so specific on how the antennas have to be. So you're going to have to do some janky building to make space for it.
So, Ben, if you are not able to read chat, does that mean any input in the chat with your name on it? It's from Mini-Ben. Ah, okay. All right. Good to know.
Because she ran away with my phone.
Fair enough. Ben, this sign still says floor 31 maybe.
Look, I've been doing other things, like trying to feed you and trying to build the wall longer.
Which I greatly appreciate, but at the same time, you know, there are certain obligations that you said that you would fulfill, so.
True enough. There's another Island, so I'm going to point us at the Island.
Island is my land. Island is my land. Island is my land. Island is my land. Because there ain't nobody else out here fighting us for it. Yet.
I still won 3 purple hearts. Yeah.
So I wasn't I wasn't able to hear what Mark said at the end of the D&D call because he literally started saying something the second I hung up, and all I heard was, "Oh, Ian," and then hung up, and then I couldn't rejoin the call. And
he was asking for what the Twitch stream name was, and I gave it to him. I linked him the channel afterwards. So there's a small chance that that extra subscriber is Mark.
Well, fine.
I know, to ruin your thunder like that.
That's okay. I do think I have 2 legitimate followers that are people that I don't know, so.
You know, as you do.
All right, so in order to make these the appropriate height, we're going to have to get a little bit creative, I believe. Go and find the receiver, first of all. All right, we found the receiver. Let's make... Apparently it won't let us because the receiver's in the way. Can I go off the back of this thing? Nope. Let me try to do this. Here? Not there. Is here. And put this there. All right. Let's try this again, ladies and gentlemen. Turn on. Now they're too close to the other antennas and the wrong altitude. Come on.
But it's gonna be a thing, and I apologize for how obnoxious it is already.
So they're too close. Does that mean that, like, vertically they cannot be stacked on top of each other? So that's going to be an issue?
So vertically, they can absolutely be, everything can be on the same floor, as long as that floor is above the, like, it has to be second or higher. It's to force people to build taller rafts. So they can be on the 1,000th floor, I believe. That's fine. And they can all be on the 1,000th floor, but they have to be not too close to each other and not too far from each other. It's obnoxious.
Fair enough. And Kudoja, you are one of the followers that I specifically was actually referring to, that people that I don't know in person.
Yep.
But thank you for the follow. You are one of the two, I believe.
Also, because she's too polite to ever correct you on it, I'm going to throw it out there. It's Kudosia.
Ah, Kudosia. My mistake. I am very, very confident that I will butcher the majority of usernames that come through here. So... Yep.
You know, as you do.
All right, they're too close to each other, huh?
Have you tried turning the raft off and on again?
I've heard that Alt F4 helps with that, right?
Yes, it does.
The
only reason I don't want you to do that is I'm enjoying playing the game. Thank you very much.
Kudosia, is that what it is? That correct?
Yep.
Kudosia. Like Kudosia.
Yep.
Kudosia?
Yeah, Kudosia.
Kudosia. Okay. It's going to take some practice, because now I've been saying it wrong for too many times. Or for too long.
It's fun. All right. Vine-gu. I need Vine-gu and a boat.
I was thinking of ambrosia for the inspiration of it. That's why I was using that pronunciation. Too close to other antennas. Too close to other antennas. They're all the wrong altitude. They're all the wrong altitude. They're literally, like, only one level from each other. Apparently, that's not good enough. So...
You know, I've been wrong before. I could just be wrong.
Nice to meet you, Ron.
It doesn't happen often, but, you know, it's a thing. I'm in the... we're at an island, by the way, not that you need stop, and I am fighting Gertrude, for whatever that's worth.
Fair enough. I am fighting with the mechanics of this game.
Yep. It is the single most obnoxious thing, possibly with the exception of island number 3. Or plot island number 3.
Wrong altitude for antenna number 1. Too close to other antenna. Too close to other antenna. So whichever one is number 1. Okay, so number 1's over here. That's acceptable, apparently.
You can try just picking them up to isolate.
Well, I was seeing which ones actually connect. I can see the cords are labeled beneath the desk.
Oh, I did not know that.
So there are 2 that are the wrong altitude. And then 2 and 3 are too close to another antenna. So what I think that means is this one needs to come up a little bit. So maybe if I go this way with my build.
Aha, Gertrude's dead.
And...
So I'm really good at killing Gertrude. Like, but it took me a very long time to figure it out when gaming with you, because instead of it being a local game, it's an internet game and the lag is longer. And so the shoot her so she doesn't actually bite you window has a just tiny bit of a lag on it that was throwing me off.
All right, so I'm hearing you. Antenna 3 is acceptable now. Off over there. Good enough distance. But then antenna 1 and antenna 2 are allegedly the wrong altitude. We need more altitude. So because it's not on the same level as this, I'm guessing, is what's causing the problem. Like, it's not happy that they're on different levels. So, you know what? I'm so glad this channel is about chaos, because I feel like that's basically what this design process is right now.
I mean, you're not wrong.
How does that table stay on the raft platform? Most of its legs are hanging off. Well, as you can see, magic.
Physics and us don't get along. We just try and ignore it.
Exactly. I'm not here to poke holes in this. You know, if you're really concerned about the physics of this raft, look at how small the base is. The base is only like maybe 10 platforms wide when it comes to the actual like solid base, but it's more than 50 stories at this point. So, if you're talking about water displacement and physics, I think that, you know, this is a little bit the table not falling off the edge is acceptable considering the fact that the raft is still standing up. So we're just gonna go with it. We'll let it ride.
Let ride. Also, once we get further on, things like the loot chests and stuff we find become staggeringly more common, and so there gets to a point like in the wife and my playthrough, like it's a sin to make a hinge because we have literally 80 of them just kicking bloody around, and there's just not enough things that use hinges.
Ah, I see.
And so there are some things where it just stops being worthwhile. The one thing that seems to be a problem forever is scrap. You always need more scrap.
All right, antennas are appropriately working, and we have a blip on the map. We've got a bloop on the map, and a boop on the map.
So there should be only one blip right now, right?
No, I know. I was just making a Spaceballs reference.
Well, I'm trying to learn you a thing. Is there more than one blip or just one blip?
Uno.
Okay, so right now there's one blip and it's going to be blue with a box around it.
Mm-hmm.
After we get to that one blip, then you'll start seeing multiple blips on there, and some of them will be green. The green ones are large islands. Therefore, you can actually just navigate to large islands.
Do I need to do anything to the direction of the raft in order to get us to this little square thingy?
When you're looking at that screen, up is in front of you. So yes, you actually have to pilot the raft to that location. So setting the sail in the right direction, yada yada. If it's against the wind, there are two options: either paddle and pray, or you can literally have us float so far away from it that that island despawns, and it will regenerate somewhere on the other side of us.
Okay, two other questions. Do I need to change the numbers on this thing next to it?
Not yet. Gertrude's back. So not yet. And by the way, I'm going to cast this off now that Gertrude's back.
Also,
no. I haven't actually gotten the island yet. So you don't have to change them yet. At the end of each plot island, there will be a sticky note saying, go to this next plot island, and it will have a number, and then you change that. But the first plot thing we need to go to comes pre-input.
Okay. Second question, do I need to leave the device on? Or can I just...
Heavens no, turn it off.
Okay. In which case...
Save battery.
I know the direction...
On, make sure you're pointing the right direction, and then turn it off.
We need to go through this island, then. So we need to pick up ramming speed. Get out the oarsman.
Okay. Give me a second. I gotta pray with the kid, and then I'm gonna chop down all the trees on this island.
I believe it. Fort Kikoth. Bending disbelief. Appreciate it. Fidosia. Did I get it right that time?
Hi, you did it.
Yeah. It's it's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
All right, how does the tables tell? Okay, I will suspend disbelief. Okay. Suspension of disbelief. It's a thing.
It is.
Kid has been prayed with, and she is wandering off to bed. She enjoyed watching and will continue doing so in the future.
Fair enough. Just have to make her own Twitch account, and then it'll be fine. She has a laptop. You can make her own Twitch account, and then she can just, you know...
And then you'll get another viewer.
And another follower.
See where this is going.
It's not a pyramid scheme, because it doesn't cost anything.
It's not a pyramid scheme. Oh, when your argument starts with, it's not a pyramid scheme, you know, maybe it's not the best argument.
I mean, did I claim that it was the best argument anywhere in that statement? In fact, Jess could make a Twitch account. I mean, Mrs. Ben could make a Twitch account and then just follow the channel and never look at it again if she wanted to.
I will run it past her.
Don't run too fast, because I know that she doesn't like to chase people.
Okay, so she is firmly of the belief that people who run are suspicious.
I believe it.
The only reason anyone should have to run is to chase someone or run away from someone.
So they're suspicious that they're being chased by a bear?
Well, no, that's a valid reason.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If you run for the sake of running, then you're suspicious.
Oh, I will alert Mrs. Plasm that Mrs. Ben thinks that she's suspicious because she runs.
I mean, yeah, Mrs. Plasm's sus.
Mrs. Ben believes that people who are running are suspicious because there's no reason to run unless you are running from something or running to try to catch someone. Oh, they were. That was, yeah, we literally watched a shoplifting in progress last time we were in Chicago a couple of years ago.
See?
It was like 7 in the morning on a Sunday or something like that. Like, it was early on a Sunday. And I mean, I guess that's why they chose that time to do it, but all of a sudden you just see 3 people run by holding like armfuls of clothing and run down the street and just like, was that somebody? Yep. They were shoplifting.
Are you on the island, on the raft, by the way?
I never left the raft. I've always been on the raft, Ben.
I mean, that's fair.
I am the raft. I have become one with the raft.
Well, in just a hot minute, I am going to not to be confused with cold minute. I'm going to go ahead and throw anchor so we can float away. And also, I have a gift for you.
Gift. Oh, I should probably. So
hey,
here's the.
Around.
What?
Gift.
Where are you? Oh.
Gift.
Oh, scrap. Thank you. How do we? So we need to get around this island. So we paddle ourselves side and then
just point the sail somewhere else, and we'll roll past it.
I'm gonna paddle us. That's what I heard.
I mean, there's that too. You could do that too.
I've got a paddle that hasn't been used up yet, so I might as well.
Pointed the sail the opposite direction of your paddling. Now, okay, now the sail's with you.
The wind is with us, Captain. Wait, I'm the captain. I'm the captain now. I haven't actually seen that movie. I heard it's really good with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, same diff.
So just to let you know, we need to have the sail pointed the opposite. Not the opposite. I'll go fix it. I got it. It'll be the wonder sail. I wonder which way it should be pointing. Okay. Put it that way. With the wind, I'm guessing the wind is strategically positioned to force us towards said plot island.
Not always the case. There have been some islands where we had to like paddle the whole freaking way there.
Okay.
Now, did you change the direction of the wind sail before we got away from the island? Oh, there we go. Okay, now we're getting away.
I mean, I let us get. I thought I was far enough past it because we don't have like a really large hull or something to worry about.
I'm excited for the next plot island, not the one we're going to right now, because the next one is what unlocks the steering wheel and engine, and that means that we can make Wonderwall into a wiper blade.
Oh.
And more importantly, turn ourselves the right direction to face, incoming scrapped.
So we need to go more towards. Sail's the wrong way right now. I thought it was the right way, but I was incorrect.
And a lot of that might have been because the raft rotated, and so your perspective was based on the raft.
Fair enough.
But in dragging away from the island, we rotated perspective.
Of course we did.
As you do.
Pretty sure we need to go this way. I'm using Wonderwall as like a frame of reference because it's the only part of the raft visible from high enough up.
Visible from space.
Because if we observed the raft from a high enough altitude, it would seemingly look like just a small square, especially because the majority of it is like a 6x2 or 3x2 region. Do. All right, let's see. Okay, so it's like backwards to the left. Where am I in comparison to Wonderwall? Here. Wonderwall. Should be able to see. Okay, so it needs to face. Needs to kind of face towards Wonderwall. Let me go back down. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. Whew. Almost lost my cool there.
If that doesn't get said once per stream, you get demonetized, right? That's how that works.
That's exactly how that works. This needs to be pointed towards one, and it is. It is pointed towards Wonderwall. So I believe, kind of in this-ish direction.
All that monetization that you're making right now.
So much money. Hey, you laugh, but like 2 or 3 streams ago, somebody tipped me $5. So
because I lost a bet.
I'm just saying it's $5 more than I had ever been tipped before. It's the new tip. It is the stream's record largest tip.
So for those watching, what happened there was partially because I wanted to help him test the donation mechanic and yada yada. But I was watching him play Hades, and he was up against a Minotaur. I have a personal like for Minotaurs because I'm playing one in D&D right now, and he said that he'd never fought this guy and lived. So I said, in chat I posted, I got $5 on the Minotaur, and then of course he actually killed the Minotaur. So.
Which, in fairness, I didn't believe that I would be able to beat the Minotaur.
As you do.
Oh. Mrs. Plasm is saying we're really making her want to play Immortals Phoenix Rising, the new game that she got for Christmas, PS4. I'm
going to take just a stab in the dark here and say it involves phoenixes and immortals.
So it's actually Fenyx, so it's a different kind of phoenix.
Ah.
But she said because of her critical rotation, it severely limits her ability to do.
Ooh, I should be making fish stew. Oh, no, I know what I need to be doing. Make a bloody fishing rod that doesn't suck.
Mrs. Ben?
What?
No, I was just letting you know what he's doing. Mrs. Plasm was saying that Mrs. Ben would really, really enjoy that game. I'm not sure what platforms it's on. It might be out for Switch, I think.
I'm fighting Mrs. Ben because we've sort of exhausted the rafting that she wants to do, and this has been her recent obsession. And so she needs to get into a new game, and she's got, I don't know, a list of games to work through, and it's like, I'm going to tape her to a chair and sit her down with the Xbox and like the 97 titles that she's been meaning to play, which includes things like, and I'm going to publicly shame her here, Kingdom Hearts 3, and all of the Assassin's Creeds and things like that. She needs to play one of the games on her list.
Fair enough. The other thing is that Mrs. Plasm was stating that Mrs. Ben should find a video of the trailer for Immortals Phoenix Rising because it's been very well reviewed, but people are also stating that it has Zelda-like puzzles and is in a Breath of the Wild-like feel, but with other game mechanics. So if she liked those things, they would be of interest to her to check out in this game.
All right, that is fair, and I will mention it to her.
In all fairness, Mrs. Plasm could probably text the YouTube link to Mrs. Ben.
She could. That.
Yeah. Oh, she's. Ben said it'd probably be a good idea for her to see the trailer. I'll tell you in a moment.
Uno momento, por favor.
Yep. Please hold. Your call is important to us.
Right. All right. What was I gonna do? Huh? Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh, you're not noisy. Ben was saying that Mrs. Ben would probably actually greatly benefit from seeing that trailer if you wouldn't mind texting it to her. Yep. I'm sailing away. Set an open course for the Virgin Sea.
So where do you want to put the steering wheel once we get one?
Well, do you remember how we decided where the restaurant was going to go?
Fair enough. Same diff.
Yep. If you see a mystery liquid being poured down from whatever floor I'm on right now, it is just seawater, just to let you know.
Yep. So the bathroom needs to go on the 29th floor. Got it.
Exactly. I am woefully short of resources again. But that's the name of the game. That's why it's survival. That's why it's got that tag in the video.
Yeah. I just got a famine.
A famine? Not a famine. Whomp. You'll never see me. So sneaky. So sneaky. Oh, he found me. Run away. Ah! Oh. Well, that worked out nicely.
Did you fall through the utility hole?
No, I jumped purposely through, but then I just landed one level down. Oh my gosh. He's got an attack salmon. Run away.
Right.
Run away.
Like I'm holding it like a gun.
It does look like you're holding it like a gun. I'm terrified. Does it shoot row at me? Like, what's going on? Were you fishing from the restaurant level, by the way?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
So, that's one of the things that I've come to find out and really like about this. As dumb as it sounds, you can fish while doing a lot of things. You can drive the boat. You can add wood to things. You can do a fair amount of stuff while fishing, which is the reason I was asking about where the driving deck is going to come from, because I can fish, cook, and drive all at the same time.
Mrs. Plasm is hearing funny sounds in her ears because her wine just finally matured to iridium level in Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
It does take quite a while, but it is so worth it.
Island incoming.
It is. It is very, very worthwhile, especially if you can acquire large amounts of tasks for it.
Here, make some bowls. Throw the bowls in the box. Why do I even have these?
What you can do, though, is you can get a storage shed and then just put the overflow in there. Oh, it won't in the sheds? It only do it in your basement?
Yep. Well, so there's two levels of casks. The first tier can be put in sheds and stuff, but the makes it iridium only goes in basements.
Interesting. Yeah, when I first started playing Stardew, it didn't matter where the cask was. It would, if you left it long enough, it would become iridium level quality. So that must just be one of those new things. No, I mean, Ben was saying the same thing, actually, Mrs. Plasm. Hey, an island. Is this a plot island?
No, it is not. You will note plot island because it will look notably different from everything else.
Fine.
It's fine.
So, whose light won was the person who followed. I have no idea if that is Mark's.
I'm going to say it's probably not, actually.
Okay, so then it was a legitimate random person who appreciated the stream enough to leave a follow. That was so kind of them.
Yay.
So much of the island is underwater. Is that normal? Well, you see, the secret is that almost all islands have a large section that's underwater. And it's just the very tip that peeks out through this. No, yes, it is. For this island, it seems that there's a large amount of shallow reef around the edges.
Well, and the other thing to point out is most of this universe is underwater. If you hit T to go into your story book thing, it has like 7 rules up there, and one of the ones, number 5, it says follow any radio frequencies. If it's still broadcasting, it's above water. So this is like a Waterworld-esque kind of thing where the entire world raised sea level or something like that.
Gotcha.
So this is a post-apocalyptic game, just to throw it out there.
Yep. Or a pre-apocalyptic game, depending upon which apocalypse you're talking about.
True.
Hey, there's a man on that island chopping down a tree.
Yep.
Oh, it's just you.
What was it that Mrs. Ben was reading today? It was off of Imager, but it was something to the effect of, I want to go back to 1986 and tell them that, 1985 and tell someone that former Governor Schwarzenegger is upset with President Trump for the insurrection against the United States. Right? Just that sentence to someone from the 1980s would hurt your brain.
Right. What were you saying, Mrs. Plasm? You are about to make bank on those iridium quality wines.
Especially if it's ancient fruit.
Was it ancient fruit wine? Then you are about to make money. Money, 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 money.
The only thing that comes close is starfruit wine, and even then it's close.
I like ancient fruit wine the best.
Well, yeah, it's made of money.
Right? Oh, I need some food. Let's head to the restaurant. I'm actually partway up. When you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down.
Alright, fighting Gertrude.
Gertrude. When will she learn? No matter how many times she comes back from the dead, she doesn't remember.
Nope, but she is delicious, so
there.
I'll cut her some slack.
We need like a harpoon gun. I highly, highly, highly recommend Stardew Valley. It is incredibly enjoyable, and it's also multiplayer.
Oh, seriously, Mom, if you have not played Stardew Valley, I cannot recommend the game more.
You know what? You know what we should do? First of all, I'm going to try to make this jump. I made the jump. Okay.
Let me know the next time you're going to do stream Stardew with Tim, because I'll have her watch it and she can see what she thinks of it.
I mean, we do kind of have a save file started. If we wanted to pause this and go do that for like 30 minutes.
Fair enough.
If you want. I don't know.
Hold on. At minimum, I want to kill Gertrude.
Because we can flip this around to Stardew in, no seconds flat. Although the save file is on Twee. I'm not sure if it translates. We can just start a new farm. That'd be fine. I'm fine with that. Because eventually we'll add... If I want to talk to Tim the Enchanter a little bit more about it to make sure he's okay with it behind these. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't be. But want to do the 3 of us potentially on Chaos Farm.
So at the end of the day, I probably don't have time to commit to another game, and I don't want to hold you back in that respect.
Okay.
So I would say no to that explicitly.
Gotcha. Okay. But you are willing to potentially start another farm file if we need to, because I'm on a different PC than we started the last one, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't really hurt anything or change anything.
No. Like, okay, the amount of time your new hobby is taking out of my life is staggering. Okay, not from what we're doing here, but from the fact that I'm trying to, be a supportive friend and actually watch your streams so that I can tell you how bad you are and how you can improve. Or maybe because I'm genuinely interested in things like the Neopet streams that I've been asking to see how to do for years. What's killing the time is I usually watch a fair amount of YouTube here and there, but that YouTube time has turned into catching up on all the streaming you're doing. You're doing a staggering amount of it for as early as you are into it. So yeah, you've taken over one of my hobbies.
I would apologize, but I'm not actually sorry. One of the things that I've always heard about people who do start streaming in general, not that I'm specifically trying to make like a living out of this or anything, but you just, anytime you're doing something, anytime you're playing, stream it. Might not be the best quality content in the world. You might only ever get 10 views on a video with the same person watching it 10 times. But just keep going with it. It doesn't hurt anything to do it. You're not getting negative publicity for it. You're just doing it. And if people
And I
stumble
agree
across it,
with
they
that.
stumble across it. So.
And I firmly agree with that. Doesn't make it not exhausting to keep up with.
I mean, it's up to you. I'm not forcing you. There's nobody sitting there with a gun to your head saying you got to watch these. Just saying.
You know,
You're just impressed by the content. That's what it is.
I am staggeringly astounded by the content.
I love our conversation piece and how it has moved its way up to the restaurant.
Oh, no. That's a second shoe. We now have a pair.
Ooh. We have a pair of conversation pieces.
They are both right shoes, though.
Fair enough. Two wrongs don't make a right, but 137 lefts make a circle.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers. Mrs. Plasma was like, how do you know that? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
2 wrongs
18,
don't make
19.
a right, but 2 rights made a plain.
I believe there's approximately 52 stories currently to the raft, by the way.
I'm down with that.
All right. Ready for some Stardew, or are you still working on killing Gertrude?
But I actually killed Gertrude, and I've basically looted the island. So
well, fine then. I've just been watching here. I'm talking to this lovely cooked salmon on the grill. I've decided his name is Sam. Salmon.
Oh, I'm going to come upstairs because I got to eat something, and that'll give me a good stopping point, and then we can swap.
And then we can give a tutorial almost. Maybe not a tutorial, not enough, but we can give it a visual playthrough of Stardew Valley so that way people can appreciate it.
Yep.
Our viewership can appreciate it. I will, in the meantime, work on changing the stream info over to Stardew. That way anybody searching for stuff can find it.
Yeah.
Which I can manage from my phone because I figured out how to do that. Not that one, this one.
Alright, I am now all good. I've got our raft trying to get us away from this island right now. Which is working kind of, sort of, not really.
Fair enough.
It's working. Alright, and I'm going to go to main menu. Exit game.
Alright, for anybody watching, I'm about to save the world. The world has been saved.
Terrible because the world's already ended.
Well, hey, I saved what's left of the world. It literally says it on the screen right here that the world has been saved, okay? So I don't know what else we could be talking about. All right, we're going to go over to this screen now and exit that.
There's an update. I'm getting it.
Of course.
500K.
Of course there's an update.
There we go. So there was a game I had as a kid, Mom, called Harvest Moon, and this is definitely, it has very strong Harvest Moon elements in it, and it's along that same feel. But as far as a game with like very little stress, very little expectations out of it, and just playing, it's almost like a Facebook game in that there's no stress or no requirements. You still try and achieve in it, but there's no need. And
yeah.
It is wonderfully calming and peaceful.
It's one of these things where the first time I played it, I literally played it for like 6 hours just because I lost track of time. Because it was just incredibly enjoyable just to do it. There was no pressure. The music is great. The sound effects are actually very, very like cathartic. Like, so I'm an occupational therapist by trade, and one of the things that we do is we work with like sensory stimulation and people who have difficulty with like sensory processing sometimes. But I can tell you from experience that the sound effects and imagery and the music that they use in this is all done in a specific way in order to make the game calming and relaxing. Like, you can just seriously sit with the soundtrack on in the background, and it not necessarily lull you to sleep, but it just feels really peaceful. So, yeah, it's very relaxing. I mean, Mrs. Plasm has been playing it like ad nauseum for the past while, and I genuinely enjoy the game. So that's why I have no problem switching over to it quick, anyways. And plus, switching between games on stream is good because that leaves the potential viewers have different options for what they can come to the stream for. So let's. I'm gonna.
Yep.
And I. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to go into co-op and post. Oh, I do. I do have the old ones. So I think I'm trying to remember.
So there was one we ran with a kid.
There was one.
Much matter.
Okay, I'm trying. I think the one that we ran with with Little Ben, with Mini Ben, was the one that has more gold. So let's. I mean, is it going to be? Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. I will do so. Let me post that link in the Discord here. Because we do need to get those beehives going. They're not gonna hide themselves. This.
Is this the one where I just decided to be a fisher?
Pretty much. Yep. What was that, Mrs. Plasm? Put fairy plants around the honey hives? Oh, good to know.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so the type of flowers around the hives change the type of honey, and it's a thing.
Yep.
Okay, Sean, I got the code.
I got the power! Hey. Okay. So I'm also going to try to turn up desktop audio a little bit so that way the sound comes through from the game.
Oh, I have the big house. I think I hosted this game. No.
No.
How can I have hosted this game if...
I hosted the game. I know that.
Oh, my house. We just upgraded my house too. Or maybe your upgrade supply. Yeah, I'm not in the main spot. Okay.
Either way.
It's raining.
You're in there?
Yep, I'm in.
Okay. This is Stardew Valley. I'm not entirely sure if the game audio is coming through. It is very quiet, but I don't want to have Ben's voice be overpowering. So if you can't hear it, just trust me that it's very relaxing. I'm going to sit here and check the weather first. Welcome to Kozu 5, your #1 source for weather, news, and entertainment. And now, the weather forecast for tomorrow. No audio. Can you hear Ben at all?
I am very model of a modern major general. I have information vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and quote the fights historical from Marathon to Waterloo and Orichat. Here, let me turn it up so I can hear. Oh, yep, no, so there is me audio.
Okay, there's Ben audio. I'm wondering if I can turn down... Yeah, the dog bark, but there's like peaceful rain audio in the background that's kind of nice.
Yep, it's a thing.
I do not know how to individually turn down Discord. So, for now, just trust me.
Ooh, where are you at? Yeah.
I can turn Ben up a little bit.
Oh, wait, I can stream snipe, and I know where you are.
Fair enough. It's going to be clear and sunny all day. Oh my gosh, there's a man with an eggplant who just wandered into my house. Slagathor is offering you his Joja Cola. Will you accept it? Yes, I will, Slagathor. Thank you so much. Okay, I need to finish watching my morning television. The fortune teller. Ooh, as I see a glimmer within my scrying orb, a shard of knowledge from the future. The spirits are somewhat mildly perturbed today. Luck will not be on your side. Well, good. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Living off the land. Welcome to Living Off the Land. We're back again with another tip for y'all. Now listen up. Fish focus. Walleye. You can find this fish on rainy evenings during the fall and winter. It can be found in any freshwater location. I'm also going to move my video over here.
Ooh.
Oh, so that way people can actually see. Right? Well, I mean, I knew how to do that, but I just was trying to keep the follower goal kind of in the same spot. So that way it doesn't mess with stuff too much. Just move the follower goal down a little bit. There we go. It looks a little weird, but, you know, I'd rather do that than switch it back and forth. Okay. And we can pet the doggy. Pet the doggy. Okay. Let's go and see the farm. It is fall, I do believe, right now. And we don't have to water any crops because of the fact that it is raining.
Yep, I already picked the crops. I already got the stuff out of the cows and sheep, I think.
You got the stuff out of the cows. I think they call that milk.
It's iridium milk.
And I believe those are fairy plants that I have growing by the bees already. Trying to remember what I need for bees. Let's go crafting. Need wood, coal, iron, and maple syrup. We can go check the wonder chests.
I think they're actually vaguely sorted here, which is just a shame for your stream, but, you know, as
That's
you do.
fine. Chaos can still reign. What were you saying, Mrs. Blasem? Okay. Did you need to turn anything in before midnight tonight? Okay. Good job. All right.
Ooh, definitely you want to go through town and show that off. So this is a farming sim just as much as anything, but there's a town, there's a community center. You can actually actively work to improve the community, which not only, you know, makes people happier, but it also unlocks cool new things and areas that you can get to and things like that. But it definitely has a, I don't know, it is just a peaceful and rewarding game.
Ah, hello there, Sheep Lord. You showed up at the perfect time. Cutscene. It's our new special orders board. Oh, this is new. Robin and I built it from scratch. Lewis, all you did was hold the nails. Whoa, someone's triggered. Ahem, ignore her. Now, let me explain. You see, with Chite Farm back in business, the local economy has really been picking up.
Yeah,
As a result,
it.
I know, it just makes me giggle. As a result, some of the local townsfolk have been asking me for a way to source local ingredients for their businesses or personal projects. So, Robin and I came up with the idea of a new special orders board where people can post bigger jobs than would make sense for the old billboards outside Pierre's.
Yeah, that is new content.
Yeah, for example, I plan on requesting some hardwood for a bed I want to make. I won't put you on the spot, but if you want to help me out, you can just accept the job from this board. Who knows? Maybe if the bed turns out well, I'll start selling them in my shop. I saw Slagathor run by.
Yep.
I look forward to helping.
And so that's another thing, Mom, is they're genuinely still updating this game.
And it's one guy.
Yeah.
One guy designed and wrote all of the code and everything and did all of the art for this entire game. He is still the only one updating it and doing things. And, like, he'll fix a patch 4 hours after there's an issue, sort of thing. It's insane, his level of dedication to this. And he's amazing. He's a concerned ape. That's his name, Concerned Ape. I thought so. I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Sheep Lord. So, can we say that you're on board? Well, I'm sure you're busy, so we won't keep you away from your work any longer. As always, I appreciate your willingness to contribute. Take care, Sheep Lord. Robin is still laughing at her joke over here, and I highly appreciate it.
Well, she has kids. She's learned the art of the dad joke.
Fair enough.
Or I guess in that case, the mom joke.
The mom-dad joke. So the things you have to watch out for in the game are the time. So the time will progress. You need to be back home before 2 a.m. Otherwise, you'll pass out and get charged for being found, drunk and disorderly. And then the seasons. There's 28 days in a season, and you have to make sure that you've harvested all of your crops. They have to be ready to harvest no later than the 28th day. Otherwise, they will just completely wither and die between seasons. But other than that, you can just go and meet townsfolk, build relationships. You can even marry some of the people that are there. It's anything.
And as far as completing the community center, because there's a way you can upgrade the town with that community center, but there's no rush on it either. If you finish it the first year, which is almost statistically impossible. Great if you finish it on year 8, whoop-de-da. The only thing that has any type of real timer as far as finishing stuff is at the end of year 2, Grandpa shows up and tries to rate your farm, and if you do bad, wait a couple of years, put a diamond at the altar, and you can do it again.
I don't think it's even a wait a couple of years. I think it's just another season.
Yeah, you can do it immediately. I was implying the years to get yourself up to snuff.
Gotcha. So I just accepted a challenge, Ben, if you want to help me with it. Apparently, Harvey has realized that the fish in the ocean have reached an unsustainable level, and they need to be reduced. So if you want to help me cull some fish down here in the ocean with that handy fishing rod of yours.
I've been fishing.
Well, I hadn't yet done it. I don't know. I accepted it. I didn't see like a number thing. I'll have to check to see if it's in my little like journal here in a moment.
Checking.
Biome balance.
20 ocean fish. It didn't start until you accepted it. That's interesting.
It is dedicated. But if you were to look up my gaming data on Steam, I think I have like close to 300 hours into Stardew Valley. That's how much I enjoy the game.
Yeah, it's genuinely peaceful. Also, I'm way better at fishing than he is because I've been dedicating my time in this particular playthrough to fishing. So his tiny little green bar, mine is like twice the size of that. Makes it a lot easier.
I can still fish, okay? Goodness. Come on, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. So much focus involved in this fishing. Come back here. No, I lost it. The fishing is so peaceful.
I'm wondering if it actually requires it to be vault bulletin board craft room. Okay. I'm wondering if it actually requires it to be you catch them, or if it actually has to be fish, because I've been catching cucumbers and things left and right, and it's not counting.
It's probably got to be fish then.
Yeah.
What are you doing catching cucumbers in the ocean? Aren't those supposed to be growing in the field?
Well, if I catch enough of them, I can make pickles out of them.
Oh, sea pickles.
Yep.
I caught an eel.
Cucumbers are just baby pickles.
The eel count?
No, it doesn't, because I got a couple of those as well.
We're at 6 out of 20 though.
Yep.
You the one who caught 6 then?
No comment.
I see how it is. I see how it is. It's okay, just bruising my pride. No big deal. Where are you fishing from? I hear you nearby.
I'm over in the right area where you get coral. There's a little beach thingy over there. It just means when we panic run back home, we'll see each other. But that is one of the things that I like about how they did the multiplayer here. It works so well where it's just people walking by for a game that normally has to load by zone and by screen.
Right.
And it really does add a certain level to that calm, peaceful aspect to just wander by and have me just doing my own thing.
Yep. Come on, fishy. Come on.
Ah.
I get you out of the water. Got a fryer with your name on it. There we go. Albacore, that's an ocean fish. I'm going to start heading back to home so that way I can stop in town and show off a couple of things.
Yep, you do that. Plus, we really should be home before midnight. So at midnight is so.
Otherwise, Mom's going to be mad.
Well, that too. But if you wake up at 2 a.m. or if you go to bed at 2 a.m., you wake up with 50% of your stamina bar. If you go to bed at midnight, it's 100%, and then it's a linear function between then. So if you go to bed at 1 a.m., you'll wake up with 75% of your stamina bar, and so on.
Sounds about right. That's what's been happening when the puppy gets me up in the middle of the night.
Yep.
Wake up with 50% of my stamina bar.
Wake up, something, makeup.
Wake up. Grab a brush and put a little makeup. Add some filling with a shake up. Or just the keys on the table. Here you go, create another variable. You wanted to.
Alright, bear with me as I sell a bunch of crap.
Going to sleep for the night.
I'm going.
I'm sailing at an open course for the... Level 3 fishing. +1 fishing rod proficiency. New crafting recipe, crab pot. New cooking recipe, dish o' the sea. You have to wait till it goes to bed. Yes, it is dependent upon both of us before the day will start, because the way that this game saves, it saves overnight. So it goes by day. You can't end partway through a day, otherwise it will lose your progress. It saves once you've both gone to...
Yep. A day is, I think, about 14 minutes long if you max it out. So it also gives nice stopping points in that sense as well. Like if a day is 14 minutes long and you only have a half hour, well, I'm going to do 2 days and move on.
Yep. Caroline, I think it's the green-haired one, who's Pierre's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Blaspham was asking. Welcome to Kozu 5, your #1 source for weather, news, and entertainment. And now for the weather forecast tomorrow. It's going to be cloudy with gusts of wind throughout the day. Fair enough. Oh, no. Meant the fortune teller. Ooh, I see a glimmer within my scrying orb. A shard of knowledge from the future. The spirits feel neutral today. The day is in your hands. Well, better than bad luck, that's for sure. Oh. Evelyn's talking to me. Good morning, dear. It was lovely walk out here. I haven't seen this old farm in a long time. Thanks, Slagathor. It looks even better than I remember. Here, I brought you a little something. It's a gift from one gardener to another. Aw, a flower pot thing. A garden pot. You received a garden pot. These pots are really handy. You can use them to grow crops of any season indoor. They also look nice outside, but out here they can only house in-season crops. If you need more, they're really easy to make, too. Here, I've got an old magazine clipping with the instructions. You learned how to craft a garden pot. Well, I better go. George gets grumpy if he doesn't have his oatmeal on time. You have a great day, honey. Oh, isn't that sweet? Turning on the sick beats.
You know, trying. Ooh, you've got honey. Also, I forgot it. But I'm finally starting to get happy with where we have our raft too, because the resources are starting to be less of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, scrap is still a problem, and once we get to aggressively forced plot island #1, it's full of scrap.
Wild honey. So these haven't bloomed yet, so that's why the honey type hasn't changed. I don't know if it'll change in time, given the fact that only 5 days left of fall, but who knows? Gonna head back to the ocean, see if I can work on that quest. Meantime, I'm gonna sell some of this honey. A blue teddy bear chair? Yep, that was in Ben's house.
Yep.
I believe it's part of the modern aesthetic that he has going on at the log cabin, you know? Extra cozy. That's the way we go for it. That's the way we roll here. Yes, life is full of chaos and we have to embrace the chaos, but at the same time, we can still be cozy while we're embracing the chaos.
I forgot I had to water plants.
Whoops.
Yeah, I got it. You're fine.
All right. Hey, I'm already at the beach. I'm a man on a mission. I'm on a mission.
Like, This game is one of the reasons we got another laptop, so that us and the kid could play it together, which is kind of a moot point now because they just came out with the couch co-op update.
Oh, right. But hey, gotta work with what you know, right? And at that time, we didn't know.
Yep.
Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me. Got a sardine. That's an ocean fish. And it's incredibly rare if you're in the year 3000 and specifically on the set of Futurama.
Yep. Oh, wait, you're going to eat them? Oh, my dear, make sure you eat them all.
Oh, Mom. From Momcore.
Alright, now I gotta do the most important thing I can do.
Starter just hit home, you said, Mrs. Plasm? Oh, yep. With as many updates as Concerned Ape adds, I'm surprised he didn't add like a mask feature to it, kind of like they did in Animal Crossing. I mean, there might be. To be fair, I haven't checked because that's initially in character creation. The one thing I don't know a ton about is whether or not you can change your clothes really in the game, like mid-game. What? Oh, you can. Mrs. Plasm has now informed me that apparently you can. There's a lot of things. I've been away from Stardew for a little while. I got distracted with a lot of other games. As much as I love it, it's one of those things where it's like, if I only play this, I will only play this. And not anything else. Well, that's right. This is the one where I was really, really proficient with mining. I know it's very pleasant, and I love the 8-bit art style, personally. Like, it really is very pleasant visually for me. You really just choose what you want. If you don't want to talk to any of the townspeople, you don't really have to. You can just do the farming. If you don't really want to go to the caves, you technically don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, there's a couple of ways to achieve almost everything in the game, so you don't really have to do the parts you don't want to. Like, if you don't want to go fight monsters, you really don't have to fight monsters.
Yep. But for example, in this playthrough, Ben pretty much solely focused on upping his fishing skill. Yeah, there are monsters. I can go. I'll show you in a moment here. Got a sea cucumber. So there are things called mines, and the mines are where you go to get like stone and ore and other crafting materials. You can get them other places, but that's the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. But what happens is there's a bunch of side stories to Stardew Valley, and it's really, really cool how diverse it is, because you have this little small town, but then there's also these caves that if you dive deeper and deeper into them, then you find like monsters and more rare metals and items and that kind of stuff. But then there's also a desert that you can work your way to that has its own set of caverns, which is a lot harder to get through. Long story short, it's incredibly diverse game. Like, there's so many different things that you can do. You really just kind of have to explore it to appreciate it.
And at the end of the day, it's still just like a laid-back farming simulator, and there's no expectation to get things done in a specific time. And that's the thing that's the biggest draw to me, is that there's no expectation.
Right. So I'm gonna hop down to level 30. You can only unlock levels by reaching them to get to the elevator, which is what I just used. Usually, you just have to use the stairs and go down level by level. But yeah, I don't like this level, actually. I'm going to go back up. I'm going to go to something a level that's a little bit easier to see. Maybe level, like, 20. 20. Go down here. Here you go. This is a monster. And then here's some path here. And then You say, well, how do we get to the next level? Well, we gotta mine some rocks in order to find that ladder. Oh, there's a ladder that gets to the next level. And then you just go here, and then boom, you're at the next level. But then you're not sure where within these rocks, you know, your next ladder down is. You have to balance your stamina, and then your health can go down if you fight monsters and they attack you. So, no, not like the huge crabs or anything in Final Fantasy. They are all quite mundane. In the Skull Caverns, though, like these are monsters. In the Skull Caverns, things get a little bit dicey. But here, it's really not too bad. Little 8-bit creatures here. Like this little mole. Inventory's full. Well, let me get rid of something. I want that geode. But yeah, and there's various types of monsters, but no, they're not really scary at all.
Do you remember how to switch inventory bars?
Tab.
Thank you.
I think we have this going. Down. There we go. You can get it for PC or Switch.
Yeah, it plays and it's I think isn't it cross-platform as well, like as far as playing with other people?
I don't know if it's cross-platform. It might be now. And then PC is fun because you can add mods to it very, very easily. Like I have a save file that has all the buildings with like Japanese style houses and then like Japanese style foliage and things. That's just on a different computer. But yeah, it's real easy to do that kind of stuff, just to personalize it, make it your own. There's little festivals, town gathering things that you can choose to be a part of or not. Like they've got the Festival of the Winter Star in place of Christmas, and they have like an Easter egg hunt in the spring, that kind of stuff. It's really cute.
I'm gonna go spend all of our money.
Okay. I trust you implicitly. Only in Stardew.
Yeah. Because I just got the wild hair to go spend the 25,000, which gets you the crystallarium.
Ooh.
And it completes the thing anyway.
That's fair. Not like we're in a rush to do anything anyways. That's the beautiful thing about this game. Take your time. Treat yourself. Need 3 more fishies. I'm hoping I can get them before I need to run back to home.
Wait, did we? Wow, we're already part of the way through it. I was worried about saving fish, but apparently in my quest for fish, we've already completed the fishing bundle.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Because you were the master angler.
Apparently, I was worried about what I had to keep for fish, but apparently not.
Caroline does too exist. I think she's the green-haired one.
Yeah, I believe so.
She is like in Pierre's shop. If you go up to the right, she'll usually like be in the kitchen. I think that's her. No, that's the daughter. It's Caroline's not. Emily's the blue-haired one, so Caroline's the green-haired one.
Heading towards bed.
Yep, I'm doing one more fish.
Fish.
One more fish. One more fish. Another day, another destiny.
Also,
Never-ending road to Calvary.
Huh? Is you can actually put stuff like in the middle of town to some degree.
You can. It's fantastic.
And as long as it's not in a walking path of the character, then like you can put your crap in town, and that just seems kind of cool to me.
Yeah, you can decorate the town. It's getting late, and I'm still at the beach. This may have been a poor decision.
I may or may not have warned you.
I mean, you did warn me. I just chose not to listen. Because I, too, like to live dangerous. These cute little pumpkins here in the middle of town in the fall. Yeah, Mrs. Plasm is playing it on Switch right now, Kadosia. That's how she's in the kitchen with the puppy doing it. You jerk. And I have no inventory space. You are such a jerk.
The bounds of my jerkiness have no limits.
You didn't even say it. You have to say it. You have to say the phrase if you're going to do that stuff.
Chaos reigns.
There you go. Chaos reigns. Just another fine example of how we embrace chaos in this world, kids.
Okay, and yeah.
If you don't get home before you run out of energy, to find that your home has been utterly decimated by some rude individual, you pass out, and then you wake up in bed, and someone says that they found you, and there's a small fee for them finding you. If you pass out in the mines from like monsters hurting you, then you wake up in the doctor's office, and he charges you a fee, and you lost some of your items, and you lost some of your memory of how far down you could go. There's your stupid furnace.
If you check Wonderwall, it has your items.
Ugh. How many fish am I away? I'm 1 fish away. I'll deal with that later.
Do we want to play this day?
I'm good for this day if you are.
Okay.
And then we'll call it after this one.
Okay.
I want to get this fish before I forget about it, because the next time I play it, assuming we play the save file again, I don't know if we do or not. Yeah. But either way, I just don't want to forget that existed. Bum, 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 bum.
And if I recall correctly, now that I'm getting back into the loop of things, the main thing I'm after is getting my fishing skill up to 10 so I can get the crab pots to work right.
Yep. You mean you're not going to go for all the legendary fish?
Nope. Crab pots.
Crab pots. I mean, that's fair.
Because the 2 upgrades you get to pick between are either crab pots don't require bait, or crab pots no longer generate trash.
Ooh.
And I'm not sure which I'm after. Probably don't require bait, so you just check them every morning.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And then you make 10,000 of them.
Okay. We got 1,500 gold for that little biome balancing thing.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
I did not check my TV. I'm gonna run back and do that stuff.
Because your TV's not in your room.
Yes, I am aware. Thank you, Benjamin. These little things, though, like the falling leaves casually going by in the fall, in autumn. But you can hear the wind. Like, if you could hear the game sounds a little bit better, you'd hear the wind rustling through them as they fall. And the level of detail and care he put into this game is just insane.
Yeah, it is a genuinely beautiful and everything game. Like, and also as far as like capability and requirements, even your old beat up laptop that you have will run this.
Yeah.
And again, the Switch will too, so whoop-de-da.
Yep, Rooster and the dog.
Oh, so, and that's the other thing, like...
Ben, your pants are still in this chest.
Look, I am never putting them back on. Just, my character's running around in his boxers, by the way. But
where's my TV?
Look, it's in a box.
I really like the Switch as a gaming platform. Oh, there's another box over here. I see how it is. And the windows, too.
Yes, I took the windows too.
Ugh. It kind of reminds me of the fact that I get to, or we're kind of doing the whole thing with the move. So, you know, we get to rearrange stuff and put furniture in different places and see if we like it in different ways. Shift or tab? Nope, not tab. Control. What do I... Oh, there we go. Right click to change the orientation. Yes, Ben took all of my stuff and hid it in different chests.
Yep.
Because that's what heroes do. Not all heroes wear capes.
Notice he went to bed in an empty house. I took his windows, Mom. His windows.
That's because he's a good friend. That's why I stream with him so much. Because he's just so supportive.
By the way, those mini dumps at the beginning of the stream, I enjoyed that far too much, and it is definitely going to be a regular thing now. Plus, like
the mini dumps.
It's a nice way to do D&D plot without railroading it.
I see what you're saying. Yes, I do like them a lot. It's one of these things where it's really fun to provide like commentary and everything for the game as you're playing it, but then it just gets to be so peaceful that you just kind of relax and then
you forget that you're streaming.
Yeah, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be doing ridiculous things or saying ridiculous things in order to keep people entertained. That's one of those that's just a good casual playthrough.
Yeah, and almost for that maybe rough to stream without some good banter to go on with it.
Right. Well, that's why somebody went through and completely demolished the feng shui that I had going on in my house.
Well, and that's one of the things that I'm excited about streaming with you as a principal is because now instead of me being an a-hole, I'm creating content.
As an a-hole.
It gives me more license to do dumb fun stuff.
Fair enough. All right, where's the dog's watering bowl? There it is. Doggy. Sleeping over there. Pet the doggy.
Fished up a treasure chest. It had wood in it.
Fruit. Did we need a wild? Do we need a wild plum for anything?
I don't think so. Besides, those are a seasonal thing anyway. I think they're fall.
Yeah, so that would be we'd find them right now. I just had found it in the fruit bat cave.
Yeah, we've completed the fall foraging bundle.
Yes, there's a greenhouse. You have to unlock it though. There's certain things you have to complete.
We have ours running. That was apparently one of the things we were working on last time we played, and I just haven't remembered to look at. But we have a greenhouse running.
Yep. Greenhouse. Our house. In the middle of the street. We go check to see if there's any more honey. No honey yet. Honey for my honey. So if you do want to see more Cadocia, I did do a Stardew Valley stream. It was a short one. It was about an hour and a half long, but with Tim the Enchanter, where we started the farm. This is a farm that's been going for a little while. Obviously, we're in fall. In that stream, we're only in the first few days, but you're welcome to check that one out. It's just on the channel under videos that you can find. But that can give you a little bit more in-depth and longer look at how the starting process goes and how we get everything going. I think I've talked to Elliot recently. Also,
quick poll, Mom. Of the games that you've seen Mr. Plasm run, what's the one you enjoy watching most? Between, as far as I know, Hades, Raft, and Stardew.
And Neopets. Don't forget Neopets.
And Neopets. True statement.
Alrighty.
It's because I'm in it.
I was gonna say there may be a personal bias involved in
little
that.
bias, but you know, I was gonna say it.
We weren't saying it, but we're all thinking it. Fair enough. Raft really does lend itself to antics, that's for sure.
Yes, it absolutely does. And by the way, if like for example you wanted to bring in Tim if he had time or someone else, I have no problem with doing that one multiplayer.
Fair enough. I will keep that in mind. Hooray, a broken CD. Exactly what I was hoping to fish for. Probably people from Joja Mart dumping in the ocean.
Look, I don't have the heart to bring myself to run a Joja run.
Nope. I just can't.
So, Mom, for reference, there's that community center where we're trying to upgrade the community center by donating things, and then the forest spirits will, you know, come and make things better, and yada yada. And it's really a bring the community together kind of thing. There is the option to, instead of supporting the community center, support your local Walmart type store, i.e. Joja Mart, instead, and they will upgrade the things. But instead of, you know, collecting the best of your the best bounty of your harvest and bringing in, or one of a bunch of type of fish and bringing in, they just want money. Just give them money to upgrade everything, and it is the most soulless way to play the game. It's been put in, but I've never seen anyone do it.
I've seen pictures of people who have completed a Joja run, but then they're just like, I need to go and do a regular run because it feels like my soul's been broken into 1,000 pieces.
Yep. It exists to make you sad.
Right.
Or, I mean, I guess it exists as the counter to make the normal run all the more valuable.
Ooh. We may have just added another viewer unless someone was getting up. Oh, it was at 5 and then went back down to 4.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, the whole reason that people like Stardew is because it's so wholesome, you know?
That's a good term for it.
Yeah, there's just so many good feelings that you get from participating in the community and everything. But then at the same time, you get to have that small town community participation without having the actual small town community in your business like in real life. Because it's a way you can get the small town feel without having to deal with the small town politics or the small town issues that you would deal with if you lived in one in real life.
And you start to learn the townspeople as well, like you know, a bunch of them jazzercise on Tuesdays and things like that. Oi, 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 oi! Get out of my house!
What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
All right.
Hey,
Gonna make this weird. We're gonna make this weird.
All right.
I did not realize you could go to sleep in each other's beds, but I'm excited that it's an option.
I realized that it was a thing during my stream with Tim the Enchanter when he did it right before the end. I was like, I know what you just did, but it was blocked by my little waiting for other players thing so that other people couldn't see. But I knew exactly what he just did. So.
Yep.
Alrighty. And you'll see a little thing. Your progress has been saved. Wait, we switched sides of the bed.
Look, I roll. I have to be on the left side. That's how it works. Right. I'm gonna exit to the desktop so that you can say. Well, it is saved.
Fair enough.
All right, I'll shut up. Let you do your outro and stuff.
That's fine. I mean, we can chat on chatting for a second too. Here, let's exit here. All right. You still there, Ben? Or are you just gonna pretend that you're not actually here?
I'm still there. Let me see if. Oh, yep. Okay, I can still hear myself. Cool.
Yeah, I think I fixed that.
You, Mister, I know how to work things.
It has taken a lot of work, honestly. Tutorials out there are okay. They're not that great because Streamlabs, the program that I'm using to manage all of this stuff, changes so often that even the tutorials from like 3 months ago are set up differently. So it's not like they can say like click this exact button here. They've shifted it or rearranged it in a way, and it just makes it more confusing. And especially for someone who's first getting into it, it makes it a little bit difficult. Now, to be fair, I kind of went, all out with getting it set up. It's very if you really just want to like get a camera and a microphone, you can just throw it up there.
Thanks, Mom. Bye, Mom.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy Stardew Valley. But if you just want to get the basics going, it's actually very, very straightforward. You just need the webcam, and the webcam with a built-in microphone is usually enough, and then you're fine after that. I have a good mic now that I can even mess with. I haven't messed with it enough, honestly. I can tweak it even more in order to get better sound quality and things. But figuring all that out, getting the overlay set up, so that way there's different themes and different areas and different screens to have it between to make it look a little bit more professional, more just like pleasant for the viewer to kind of consume. That has what's taken a lot of work, because there's a big learning curve to getting all that stuff in place. So
I appreciate that when you started this, you didn't half-ass it; you whole-assed it.
oh yeah, I mean, it's completely Ron Swanson all the way. Don't half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing.
Yep.
It's just, if you wanted to make it look anywhere near decent, if you want there to be a reason why people watch other than just the fact that they like your gaming or they like your personality, which should be the main reason, to be honest. But if it looks a little bit more polished, it draws people in a little bit better, I find. So eventually, like when we move, I'm going to see about setting up the office in a way that it looks a little bit more like a typical like streamer's office. Maybe not as far as all of the foam on the back wall or whatever, but like lighting being a little bit better, all these things. But it's down the road, little bits at a time, sort of thing. Doesn't have to be huge changes, because I'm relatively happy with the setup now. However, the setup will be changing a little, because I'm actually going to be switching computers that I do on, because right now I'm on Mrs. Plasm's computer. But exciting news, I actually do have both monitors now for for Twee.
Ooh.
For the other computer, so I won't be using the TV as a monitor anymore. Not now, obviously, but once the move takes place and I have like a legitimate desk and everything.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's exciting.
I take it Puppy Plasm's been in the napping.
Yeah, Puppy Plasm is apparently running in her sleep, is what Mrs. Plasm just informed me of.
Aww.
She got some good playtime at the dog park, and it seems like she's worn through quite a bit of her energy, which is good. Probably going to take her out here in a minute and then settle her into her kennel for the night.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for gaming with me tonight. I know it was kind of impromptu, and it was a lot of fun, though.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. I'll probably hop off of Discord now and just finish this up. Actually, no, I'll just mute Discord, and I can chat briefly after this. Sound good?
Awesome.
Okay. Alrighty, so anybody who's still around, I hope you enjoyed the stream. 2 streams today, technically, if you came by for both of them. I had a great time. Neopet speedrun was fun. It was new. I now have a personal record that I was able to complete all my dailies in 15 minutes. I might try to see if I can beat that again, just for fun. But if there are any other Neopets-related things you want to see me do more of, I'll do my best, although the site has been a little bit decimated by the lack of Flash. We'll figure it out. Chaos reigns. We can embrace the chaos. Other than that, if you are here and you have not followed the stream, I really, really, really hope that you consider leaving a follow. We have that lovely follow bar up there. We did receive another follow today. We're at 13 out of 50. If we do get to 50, that means we get to become a Twitch affiliate. And if we're a Twitch affiliate, that means I can afford a couple more things to make the streams even better. And it's free for you. It's not like a subscription. I'm not begging people to give me a bunch of money or anything. You literally just click a button and you can choose whether or not it even notifies you about when I'm streaming. If you want to follow a little bit more in depth, there is a a Twitter page link down there at the bottom of the video as well, where you can see what I tweet. I haven't tweeted a lot, and I haven't tweeted a lot in the past, but I'm starting to get more frequent with it when I can, just so that I can notify anybody who's interested of the happenings on the channel, because currently my only scheduled streams are Tuesdays from 7 to 9. Again, you've probably heard us mention the puppy a lot. You've heard us mention a potential move a lot. So, plus I do work full time. The level of responsibilities are quite high, and it doesn't leave a ton of free time for streaming. So a lot of I don't want to commit to something necessarily. Have a bunch of times throughout the week where I'm guaranteed to stream when I have all those other obligations. Anyways, had a ton of fun. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for embracing the chaos. I hope to see you next time. Have a good night.